Welcome back to the Fan League YouTube channel. Rory's here with me this week. Flav's not well. We've just done the One for the Weekend podcast on the Long Ball Street channel. Go and check it out. It's very good. It's also on iTunes. So just search Long Ball Street and you will find that podcast. It's all you need to get yourself ready for the weekend. We're going to talk about a couple of other things. Some things that we've actually spoken about on the podcast, but we had some questions tweeted in by people. And Craig McInnes asked the question that with Antonio Conte struggling, with a lot of chat behind the scenes, a lot of talk about him maybe leaving at the end of the season, will Antonio Conte, and the defeat to Bournemouth and all the pressure that goes along with being Chelsea manager, will Antonio Conte be at Chelsea come the start of the next season?
No. There you go.
The end.
No, he won't be. I can't see a world in which he's going to be Chelsea manager next season, which is a disgrace. It's a travesty. Like, people seem to be forgetting he won 30 out of 38 league games last year.
Amazing.
He took a very, very average, disheartened team, turned them into champions. People are acting like this season has been a write-off. You know, we got to the semi-final of the League Cup. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions League. We're in the top four. Manchester City have run away with the league. Nobody's competing for the league.
True.
We're just one of the other teams that aren't competing for the league because City have been so dominant. Chelsea what they should do is completely back Conte. Go the other way. We 100% back you. You have nothing but unilateral partisan support. You have a blank cheque. Go and win us the league next season. They won't do that. He's going to leave.
So what are the reasons behind that? Why has there not been that backing for someone who's done exactly? I think most people will agree that Antonio Conte has done brilliantly for Chelsea. There's no doubt about that.
He's a wonderful man. He's a wonderful manager, and the reason that he won't be at Chelsea is because Chelsea get it wrong with a lot of managerial decisions. It's a club that sacked Di Matteo after he won the Champions League.
And what's
it's
the
a
reason
club? It's
for
a club
that?
that sacked Ancelotti after he won the double. They sacked him in the tunnel at Everton. There is no depth to which this board won't go down to.
So that ruthless nature is based on what?
I think it's based on a trigger-happy chairman. I think it's also based on it works. It's a practical, pragmatic way to deal with managerial issues. We sack managers. The manager who comes in wins a league. It works.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's not romantic. It's not fair. But it works.
It's strange that it hasn't I don't think it's backfired once.
Nobody would be surprised. It's backfired a couple of times. We had a few. Villas-Boas and Scolari were disastrous appointments.
That's true.
But nobody would be surprised if Chelsea were to win nothing this season, sack Conte, win the league next year.
Yeah.
Nobody would be surprised by that, would they?
No, not at all.
So
I'm not sure who you'd bring in. I certainly don't think there's really... Maybe Allegri might be a good fit.
The two that are mentioned are Allegri and Luis Enrique. They're the two that keep being suggested. But for me, there is no... The man... If Chelsea were in this mess, the man... And Antonio Conte wasn't at the helm. The man who solves this problem is Antonio Conte. The best person to get us out of the mess we're in is Antonio Conte.
Yeah.
And they're going to sack him.
So right, and it feels as black and white as that.
Clear cut as that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Antonio Conte won't be manager. It wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary for somebody to suggest that he'll be gone before the end of the season. It wouldn't be completely out of the ordinary for us to pick up the paper tomorrow morning and he's sacked.
Yeah. It blows my mind, to be honest. Less so with Chelsea. They've always been ruthless. They've done it for 20 years, but generally, not totally on merit, but with a general kind of understanding. I would say most times of what they're doing. I could give you two strong examples where there was no logic to sacking them. I would imagine I've probably got the same two, maybe. Go on.
Di Matteo, Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Di Matteo, Ancelotti made no sense. I could also make a case for sacking Mourinho the first time. There were problems, but I could make a case for that.
I think what it highlights is if Conte goes this season and you finish top four and Conte goes this season, is it highlights how shallow a depth it has to go to for it to feel like there's not panic, but that there has to be a change and that everything's awful.
I think they want him out though. I actually think they want him out irrespective of how he does. I almost think that they would sack him if he wins the Champions League. I don't think they want him at the helm.
Wow.
Which is very strange because I always trust the support base more than I trust anyone else. I think the support base, if a Newcastle United fan tells you that Mike Ashley needs to leave that club, he needs to leave that club. When a Chelsea fan tells you that Rafael Benitez needed to be sacked, never needed to be appointed by Chelsea, Chelsea fans understand the fibre of the club better than anyone else. Newcastle fans get it. Whatever. When Manchester United fans tell you that the Glazers need to be ousted, and people go, well, what about Pogba? What about the wages that Ibrahimovic is on? You don't have a clue. The Man United fans waving their green and gold scarves, they know.
Yeah.
And Chelsea fans, in this instant, are almost, I would go so extreme, I would say 99% of Chelsea fans are behind Antonio Conte. Trust them. They get it.
Yeah.
Keep him at the helm.
But they probably won't.
No, but it'll be gone. It'll be gone in the morning.
It'll be gone in the morning. All right, let's know your thoughts on Antonio Conte. Sticky period for Chelsea, but ultimately there's still a lot to be excited about. If you're a Chelsea fan, head over to CFC Fan TV and go subscribe. It's the best Chelsea channel on YouTube. Fact. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Hit like, subscribe to Fan League, and we'll see you soon.